What's going on, family? It's Eleanor, your favorite dismissive avoidant, back for another triggering video. Like, share, and subscribe for more dismissive avoidant content. Getting right into today's video. Why do I pull away right when things are good? I'm going to break down when the good starts to feel threatening, the internal pressure behind withdrawing, how pulling away protects me, and why it feels like rejection to you. Tap in, family. The good starts to feel threatening once I start to get comfortable, or once I notice you're becoming comfortable with me. I see that comfortability, whether it's coming from you or me, as a risk of dependence. And again, the risk of me becoming dependent on you, liking you too much, starting to get too heavy a feeling, or vice versa for you. I also understand closeness equals rising expectations. Those rising expectations equal obligations. Those obligations turning into feeling like a job instead of something that I'm wanting to do and excited to do, I should say. And I start to get panicked that I'll lose myself, or that I am losing myself, or that, pieces of myself will be lost, fully investing in the situation between me and you. Then there's the internal pressure behind my withdrawal, which stems from me questioning how long the good times are going to last. How long are the good times really sustainable? Can I maintain this behavior? Can I maintain this level of contact, the level of communication that we're having, the texting, the calling? And especially if we are seeing each other frequently in person, can I sustain that? The frequency in which we're seeing each other over a long period of time. Then I'm also, waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting to find out something crazy about you in which it would, allow me to disqualify you and separate myself. And that's where the pulling back to lower the stakes comes in, so if I pull away, it's like a quiet message to don't rely on me. It's a quiet message that I'm not ready for you to be dependent on me in any particular way, right? We're not as close as you think if I'm withdrawing, or don't think that we're closer than we are. So, this is me withdrawing and showing you that. And then I can also be feeling very anxious about being trapped, feeling stuck in a situation, or we're getting to the point now where things are starting to get serious. I'm starting to feel very comfortable with this person. This person is starting to feel very comfortable with me. And with feeling comfortable comes those rising expectations, in which that's where all of the stress and the overwhelm comes in, is from the stress of feeling like I am obligated to do this particular thing, or I'm obligated to be here for this person, or this person is supposed to depend on me for this. And it's like, what if I'm not in the space to be dependent upon? What if you're moving, when it comes to dependence, when it comes to, open up the doors of reliability and full reciprocity, it gets a little scary, or maybe you don't, and that's why you're here. And then I also feel this sense of relief, knowing that I can escape, knowing that I can pull away, I can take the space that I need, or if things are new in a situation between me and you, right? I'm not fully invested. I can back out of this. I can just end this. It doesn't have to go any further. Or I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. And then there's how pulling away protects me. Distance, physical, emotional, right? Lack of vulnerability keeps me from being engulfed with you, keeps me from being engulfed in the situation. And same for you, keeps you from being engulfed in the situation, at least in my mind. Like, my goal is to not overcommit and not overcommit too soon and put myself in a situation where I'm committed and then I have to backtrack. I would rather take my time, be totally sure that I'm ready to commit, and then say that I'm ready to commit, as opposed to jumping in and falling in and out. Because for me personally, can't speak for anybody else. For me personally, I'm not doing an on again, off again thing. For me, it just doesn't make sense. Another way that pulling away protects me is withdraw prevents dependency. The withdraw prevents me from becoming dependent on you in any way, shape, and form, mentally, physically, emotionally. And it also is a preventative to keep you from depending on me mentally, emotionally, physically, right? That's the whole goal. So the keeping of the distance is, it's like an invisible barrier that lets you know we're close, but not that close, right? We're having a good time, but a good time doesn't mean that my walls are down. A good time doesn't mean that you know me. A good time doesn't mean that I fully committed to anything with you. So the distance for me is just, it feels like a safe or a protective barrier from overcommitment from either party, from me or from you. Why my pulling away feels like rejection to you. My safety behaviors, my withdrawing to take space, to self-regulate, can look like disinterest to one person, and my need for space can feel like abandonment to another person. And I'm aware of this, but just because somebody likes me a lot, or just because I like someone a lot or have feelings for them, doesn't mean that just because I have a particular set of feelings for someone, doesn't mean that it overrides my nervous system, doesn't mean that it overrides my natural patterns and behaviors or the habits that I've formed over the years, how I've been operating my entire life. So that's the basic rundown of why I pull away right when things are good. As someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style, the good starts to feel threatening. Then there's a lot of internal pressure behind the withdrawal, rationalizing how pulling away protects me, and understanding why it feels like rejection to you. Like, share, and subscribe. Check the playlist for more of my content. Book your one-on-one with me on my website. Links to everything, including my Instagram, are down below in the description box. And I will be tapping in with you very soon, family. Keep it real.